Hi friends, it's Julia. I'm here today to share my layouts that I made with my June 2015 Scrap Stash kit. I didn't use the Counterfeit Kit Challenge blog to create my kit this time. I just went with the June hip kit. I channeled that and created a kit using my own stash as the June hip kit as my inspiration kit. So from this kit, which was pretty large, and I'll have the other video up on my channel. You can find it under the June 2015 what do you call it, playlist. I made a total of 19 layouts, 12 5x7 cards and 12 5x7 cards and 7 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 cards. On to the layouts. This first layout, let me take all of these out from under here. The first layout here is a layout of my son Jason. It is channeled from Shamel Lane. I went to her blog and found birthday cake layout, or I actually was on YouTube and I found that layout, and I decided to use some 6x6 paper to create this layout. And so I did. This is my son Jason, and I actually stamped these paper airplane images along with the flight pattern on there. I cut out these camera images from a sheet of pattern paper that was in my kit. I used lots of layers here, journal paper or journal squares, just decorative paper squares, lots of stuff. Used enamel dots. I actually pieced this title together, this portion of the title. I used all the blue letter tile stickers that I had that I pulled for this kit, and just used as much as I could of the older ones in order to create titles this month, or for the June kit. So that's what I did here, and then I actually pieced together this title using lots of letters, and it says cheesy, love your cheesy smile. This is an old piece of chipboard that has been in my stash, y'all, for probably, I don't know, 15 years or more. And that's, you know, my adage, what's old will be new again. And I figure if I keep it around in my scrap stash, then at some point I'll be able to use it, you know, maybe in 2 or 3 years, maybe, you know, in 10, 15 years. Anyway, I'm going to have plenty of stash to keep me going from now on. Anywho, so there's the first layout that I made. Next layout is one that I channeled from Katie Scott, her Rise and Shine layout on YouTube. And I love watching Katie Scott on YouTube. She's my virtual scrappy friend, and so love watching her. This is a layout, it's called Favorite Outtakes. I use the Fabric-y canvas alpha that I put into the kit, and I just sprayed it with the stamping, or the mist that I put in there, the Heidi Swap Color Shine Mist. Used again all of the blue letter tile stickers and created a portion of my title. Favorite Outtakes is the title, and then I used a lot of the word stickers to create the journaling here. And all of these layouts so far have been posted on my blog, so y'all feel free to head over to my blog, juliesjournaloflife.blogspot.com, in order to find these. And there's a close-up of this so that you can get a better look. I wanted to use this orange paper more, so I cut the back of it out, and this is actually the washi tape that I used up with my kit. I wasn't completely crazy about this washi tape, so any excuse to use it, I took it. Or excuses that weren't showing, I should say. This layout I channeled from Creative Scrappers, Sketch 286, the designer Missy Whidden. She created a layout using all of these strips of paper, so I found that and I thought, well, why not? The photo mat under here was not actually a piece of paper that I put into the kit. It was actually my scrap stamp off piece of paper. Piece of paper like this that had lots of bright colors on, where I stamp off. I use watercolors, that's some paint, whatever. I just stamp it on here as I go, and then when I get done with this sheet of paper, sometimes it's so muddy that I can't save it. Other times it's good enough that I can cut it up like this and use it as a photo mat or an embellishment somewhere on a page, and that's what I did. Lots of random embellishments on this layout. But I love that I was able to use up all these paper scraps. And this was the second layout that I made, so I cut a lot of like border strips and such to create that one. This layout, I used Sketches in Time Sketch 151 as the base of my layout, and then the one who inspired me was Sarah Swan. She designs for them, and so she sent me to their website when she posted her YouTube video using this sketch. Hers I think is a lot different than mine, but I love how mine turned out. Hers was beautiful as well. This one I wanted to use the green paper in the background to cut the flowers from. So again, I cut the back of it out, added some of that washi tape in there, and this wasn't very thick pattern paper. It was kind of flimsy, so it really could use the extra support of that banner. I could probably even put a piece of chipboard or cardstock behind it and it would be fine. This is my granddaughter Shawnee and her cousin Chastity, and it says Smile Be Happy Cousins is the title, and that's a wood veneer that I painted with the spray mist. Added in some flare buttons, added in some random chipboard pieces, one of those Heidi Swapp flags, lots of resin pieces and enamel dots. Had lots of fun with that one. This next one is based on a Nicole Jones 911 process video, number 439, Happy Friends. I put down here process video number 1. I attempted to do a layout. Well, no, I did record the layout of this one, but I could not figure out the voiceover portion of it. Or I figured it all, got all of that done, and then tried to upload it, and it was over 15 minutes, so then I couldn't upload it. So any suggestions, please leave a comment. I am so technology challenged, guys. This has been just a struggle for me. Anyway, the layout is called Blessed Happy Go Lucky is the title, and it's my husband's auntie and uncle and their son Denny, so my husband's cousin Denny. And I actually did use the background stamp that I had pulled to use with this month's kit, and stamped some in the colors that I chose, the ink colors that I chose in the background. Plus I did a little misting on there as well. Used some of those autumn leaves letters, monogram type things on here, and so was very pleased with how much of my stash I was able to use this time. Next layout is a 2-pager, and it's from one of the Allison Davis sketchbooks. So these are the sheets of paper that I threw in there that I had gotten like a whole package of them and shared with my sister at Tuesday morning. And so they're Studio Calico papers. That's the back side of it. Oh, I need to put a piece of tape over that brad there, and there's none on that side. Okay, so yeah, I use that as inspiration. I haven't used an Allison Davis sketch in a while, and you know, I love 2-page layouts, and I had forgotten, because I've done so many 1-pagers recently that in the last couple of years, that I've forgotten how much I love them. And I've done a couple. I've been trying to do more and more, at least one set with 1 2-pager with every kit that I put together. Just meals that we have, and a picture of my menu planning notebook planner. I have a little planner that I use that I do menu planning with, and I have forever, since I've been married over 30 years, and I've always menu planned. When you grow up poor, you learn how to menu plan early and plan for what you're going to buy at the grocery store, because there's no money for extras and you can't just splurge spend. You have to really plan out what you're going to fix for your family. And so that's what I learned to do back in the day, and I still do it to this day when it's just my husband and I at home. So that was a meal that I had fixed for him and I, and these were also meals. That was a lunch meal, and these are We eat these kind of cold suppers a lot. I just take fruits and vegetables, maybe a little lunch meat if we have it, whatever. Sometimes if we have like a piece of chicken left over, I'll slice that into thin slices and put that on there, along with some cheese and a little bit of spicy ranch dip, and we call that a meal. Anywho, love how I was able to use some of these older chipboard pieces, lots of stickers, lots of embellishments on those. This is a layout that as soon as I got this photo of my husband's niece, her graduation announcement, I thought this pattern paper in the collection that I chose would be perfect because of this shirt that she has on, this turquoisey and black shirt. So I pulled it together with these. I did add in the black background paper, the cardstock, as well as this texture paper. But the gold and this blue cardstock were both already in the kit. I just used a 6x6 piece of paper, cut it into 3x6, spread it out behind here, added some sticker embellishments, and then called it good. No inspiration for that one, by the way. That was me. All me. This one is, I started watching the Jen Show 6x6 Paper Pad Love series on her YouTube channel, on Jen Show's YouTube channel, and that's Jen Show with the S-C-H-O-W, Show. Anyway, this is from her first video called So Delicious, and I just kind of channeled it and kind of did my own thing as I went. Basically, it used a 6x6 piece of paper. You cut it into 3x6 and layer it across the back. And then I used a 6x6 piece of paper here, and that one is actually a variegated color down the page on that one. And then I used lots of scraps and border strips and such to make the top and the bottom here, along with a lot of embellishments. That is a picture of me with my hair down, showing off the color that I am currently growing off. I'm going back to my natural God's color that he put on me, designed by Eldon Easley and Ann Smith. My parents, years and years before, before this, they designed this color of my hair, along with God's help, and yeah, so I'm going back to their masterpiece. This is another layout inspired by Jen Show, her 6x6 Paper Pad Love, and it was her process video number 2, and it's called hers was called Look at That. So if you go to her YouTube channel and you type in Look at That, you should, or the 6x6 Paper Pad Love series, you should be able to come up with that. Anyway, she took lots of 6x6 pieces of paper and clustered them behind her photo here, and I kind of did the same thing, but I used some cut apart pieces here. I used a the vellum piece here, used several pieces of cut apart, as well as some 6x6 paper pad paper behind here, and more cut aparts here, lots of stickers, more random bits of scraps over in here and up here, and I love how this layout turned out. This is me, my 3 nieces here, such sweet girls. This is the daughter of my heart, Amanda. Her sister is April. She didn't grow up with us, but I love her no less. And this is Rayla, Amanda's brother Eddie. They don't share a father. Amanda's father is my brother. And so Eddie's father is a different man, and he's married to Rayla. So technically, they are cousin by marriage, but I still consider Eddie, her husband, my nephew, and so she's, of course, my niece. Anywho, my brother lost a wife, and basically he lost touch with his child through it all, but I gained a daughter and gained a wonderful sister-in-law and family through the whole process. Anyway, this one is again inspired by Jen Show, 6x6 Paper Pad Love series, her number 3 process video. Hers was called Amazing Present. Mine is called She is Brave. This is a picture of my niece Amanda that her sister April took. Amanda lives down at Fort Stockton, Texas, and it's kind of in the middle of the desert, and so they went out to a park or a random place. I don't know where the photo was taken, but anyway, she had Amanda lay in the middle of the road, this country road, and she took a picture of her like that. And it's just flippin' amazing. Anyway, I took the 6x6 pieces of paper, cut them in half diagonally, and used them around to create the square, and then just did my journaling around the edge here. Added embellishments at the top and bottom and called it done. This next layout, again inspired by the Jen Shao videos, the 6x6 paper pad love. It was process number 4, birthday tradition was her video that I channeled for this one. And this one I started with a deep blue piece of background paper and just added, it made the whole layout too heavy, so I had a piece of vellum that I added in here on top of that, and then just put the washi tape into a grid formation on here. Behind each photo I have 2 pieces of 3x3 paper, of 2 pieces of the 3x3 papers that were cut from the 6x6 paper pad. And then behind the embellishment clusters and the journaling here and here, I used 3 pieces of paper layered up instead of just the 2. But I figured with the photos on top, 2 pieces of paper in the photo, and then behind the embellishment, 3 pieces of paper, and then the embellishment. This one is Family Celebration, I Love You. And this is my father-in-law, and it was a celebration of his birthday. Now these I haven't posted yet on my blog, or they're not scheduled or anything. They're still upcoming. So, oops. So this one is called Serenity with You, and this is my husband and I, and also channeled from the Jen Shao 6x6 paper pad love series, and this was the number